So with UFC 318 being right around the corner, I really do think this will be the end of the two lightweight and featherweight greats, Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. Obviously, this is Dustin's final retirement fight, and I really hope he ends well. He ends with a brutal knockout. But at the same time, I feel really bad for Max Holloway because he already lost to Dustin 2 times, and it's very rare for someone to actually come back in the trilogy fight and win that. And Max already fought Volkanovski 3 times, and he lost the third fight even closer than the first 2 fights. So you gotta put that into account. But more than anything, it's just that I'm just not sure. This is obviously a brilliant matchup for the final fight of Dustin Poirier. But what does it do for Max? Obviously, a lot of people are saying that the interim championship, Dustin Poirier basically ragdolled him for 5 straight rounds, and but one of the main factors which play into this fight is that Max's latest fight against Ilia Topuria. That is one of the biggest factors, because before this, Max Holloway had basically the best chin in UFC, and he never got knocked out. He fought against Justin Gaethje and Alexander Volkanovski and did not get knocked out. He had that aura to him that he will never get knocked out. But after he got knocked out against Ilya, people like me, we are really doubting on his ability against Dustin Poirier, because a lot of people do agree that Dustin Poirier is basically a perfect matchup for Ilya Topuria, and he can destroy Ilya. I really do think that the Ilya Topuria fight played a huge factor in this fight against Dustin Poirier. But more than anything, I hope the best for both of them. I really hope that Dustin Poirier wins, because this is retirement fight and my man needs to go out with a bang. But still, I wouldn't mind if Max Holloway wins, but it's just Dustin Poirier basically wants to retire undisputed. I guess quote unquote undisputed, because it's the undisputed BMF championship, but no one gives a shit basically. And more than anything, this is taking place in near Louisiana, where in New Orleans, near where Dustin Poirier lives. So I really feel like that he will have a huge home advantage, and this is basically the perfect ending for Dustin Poirier. But what's next for Max Holloway? After this fight, I guess if my prediction is right, and if he does lose this fight, then I really think he should fight someone for example, Michael Chandler, or I guess Brian Ortega, or yeah, I think one of the Benil Darius, or someone like that, someone in the upper rankings. He did say that he will never go down to featherweight again, and he will stay at lightweight for the rest of his career basically. Although I don't think that's a very good idea, because the lightweight champion is Ilia Topuria, and as I said, I really feel bad for Max, because right now the featherweight champ is Volk, and I don't think he's retiring anytime soon, and the lightweight champion is also Ilia, who basically knocked him out cold. So anyways, I'm just really excited to see the fight. I know it'll be an insanely good fight, and what an insane fight week general. We got Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios, freaking Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois 2, and now this Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier 3. It's just insane. I'm so happy for this. I can't wait. This card is also stacked as hell, especially compared to cards that we get these days. We got Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopilov, and Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez. Dan Ige versus Patricio Pitbull, who's again coming back. Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber. These are all legendary fights, and even in the prelims, we also got some ranked fights as well. So I'm really excited for this. This card is absolutely stacked. Can't wait. And I'm just glad that they're actually putting they're actually using the name value of people Michael Johnson and Paulo Costa. They're actually using the name values to actually put in pay-per-views, right? So it was let's just talk about this guy, Patricio Pitbull. This guy was so hyped up for UFC 314 and his UFC debut. He is basically considered the greatest Bellator fighter of all time. So he was so hyped up, but to be honest, I don't really think that he can win any UFC fight, not in the rankings at least. He got absolutely mauled against Yair Rodriguez, who isn't the best featherweight and doesn't deserve to fight for a title, not over Movsar Evloev anyways. We got Michael Johnson versus Daniel Zellhuber. I do think Johnson can pull this one off, although I think he should retire real quick, because I don't want him to have a downfall. He's one of those guys who has been fighting ever since like Justin Poirier, Tony Ferguson, and Khabib days. So it's good. Kevin Holland, yeah, one of the most active UFC fighter. I think he can pull it off again against Daniel Rodriguez. I think it'll be an easy fight. Paulo Costa versus the number 14 ranked Roman Kopilov. I hope I said that right. It's 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 a bit of a close matchup, I think, because like Paulo Costa, he has been inactive for so long, and Roman is the betting favorite. So I don't know how Costa will do against him, but I hope he does good. I guess I really like Costa actually. Like one of the first UFC events I saw was UFC 302, and that was the last time when Paulo Costa fought. So I really hope he can pull this off. Not really sure if he can, but we'll see what happens. And of course, the main event being Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. This is just such an amazing fight week. I'm so glad and so excited for it. And yeah, I can't wait to see the trilogy. And I really hope, no matter what, just both of them delivers, and it's just gonna be a great fight. I just hope that. And like if let's just say if Max Holloway wins, all right, if Maxwell wins, first of all, he will become very hated because he basically ruined, actually, like, just ruined the retirement for Dustin Poirier. But I guess it makes sense for him because, like, as he said, he stole my 35 win streak, he stole my undefeated streak, and I'm gonna seal his retirement. Yeah, that's one of the coldest lines ever. So, honestly, like any outcome of this fight is positive. Even if it's a draw, it's positive because both of the guys are absolutely loved by fans. They always deliver no matter what, and they're just great guys in general, like, to be honest. So anyways, that's just my review of UFC 318. I hope you guys enjoyed, and you guys make sure to let me know who you guys think will win this fight against Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. And if you guys enjoyed this video, then please make sure to like, subscribe, do all that, and inshallah I'll see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.